Good morning, everyone. My name is Ilse Boysen. I am a social worker at Stabilis Treatment Center, and welcome to our YouTube channel. So I've done a few videos together with my other colleagues, and today specifically I would like to talk to you about cross addiction. Cross addiction is an underestimated situation that might occur during the recovery process of any substance use disorder. To give you an example, with the patients that we are treating at Stabilis, a lot of the drug patients specifically, they are of the opinion that I was rehabilitated for drugs, that was my substance of choice. So when I leave Stabilis, or if I leave a rehab, when I leave it, then I can always engage with alcohol, maybe with weed, because it's a softer drug. And what we often see is that either the substance that they now are using and not abusing as of yet would then either take them back to the original substance of choice, or they would form an addiction with a new substance that they thought they can use socially and manage. So let's look at the definition of cross addiction. What is cross addiction? So cross addiction is replacing one substance with another substance, but also with another behavior. Yes, I said it, with another behavior as well. And we'll later on in the video, we look more at what type of behavior can one become addicted to. So what is very interesting about cross addiction is that research says it doesn't happen immediately, like after you've gone through a period of 35 days rehabilitation, 21 days, 24 days, and then a month after that you form a cross addiction. No, it happens years after you've been in recovery. So 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. So what we need to know is it's important not to become complacent. It's important to maintain a balanced lifestyle, because those are the key factors that helps us not to form a cross addiction. Because if there's a disequilibrium in our lives, if we're doing too much of the one thing and not enough of the other thing, we are putting ourselves at risk of forming a cross addiction. Okay, we have to remember, and this is what I always tell my patients, is that when you leave rehab, there's a void, an emotional and a physical void, and your body essentially goes into shock. It's like, okay, the alcohol, the drugs, the medication is not there for me to depend on anymore, so what now? So that makes you so vulnerable and susceptible for anything else. So you're like a sponge. When you leave rehab, you're like a sponge, and you absorb anything very quickly because of the dopamine, the excessive dopamine that was being released when you were addicted. So now your body is not getting that fix anymore, and it would want to replace your substance of choice with something else, whether it's a behavior or another substance, and it can be anything, and we'll look into that now. So what if we say that if we say that cross addiction is replacing one substance with another behavior or another substances? Other substances, examples of that typically looks like, it can be caffeine, it can be weed, it can be medication, alcohol, energy drinks, vaping, etc., etc. But let's look more at behavior. If you think of behavior that one can become addicted to and form a possible cross addiction, what would that be? Okay, so that could be anything from gambling, it could be love or a relationship addiction, it could be food, whether it's binge eating or dieting, shopping, which the online shopping is a big trend nowadays, internet, gaming, social media, sex, pornography, there are so many behaviors that one can get addicted to, but I would like to lean towards more positive behaviors as well. Overworking oneself, becoming addicted to reading or books. That has actually happened or my colleague has treated a patient that was addicted to reading, gymming, going to the gym, training, because all those feel-good hormones are being released. So yes, with any given behavior, one can become addicted to it. And I'm going to maybe shock you by saying that one can become addicted to a support group as well, or a therapist or therapy, because it makes you feel good. Maybe not always initially, but later in the process. I just want to share some stats with you. One study found that someone who was addicted to alcohol's chances of forming a cross addiction with pills is 18 times more likely. So there's a direct link between alcohol and the medication, if it's now benzos or codeine or opiates, whatever. Okay. So I would like to clear something that I feel very passionate about. Often in group therapy, patients would say, but I have an addictive personality, so it is what it is. And I would let them talk, and I would then ask them, but okay, if you are saying you have an addictive personality, define that for me. No, it's like I can literally become addicted to anything. The thing with personality is your personality is being formed, number one. Number two, what I want to say is this is not true. It's not a formal disorder, number one. It's a brain disorder. So addiction is a brain disorder. It's not a personality issue. Because if I'm saying that I have addictive personality, it means that I won't ever be rehabilitated. I will never have the ability to be clean and sober. Because if you look at your personality, it's your personality. You can't change it, So if you can't change your personality, then how are you going to be sober if we are then saying that I have addictive personality? The other dangerous part of, saying that one has addictive personality is that the other side or the other category, that if I say, okay, I have a type B personality, and someone else, and that's why I'm addicted, I have addictive personality. So all type B personalities become addicted to something. And someone with a type A personality would hear that, they would say, oh, so I'm invincible, I can't become addicted to anything, which is not the truth. I did a video about this a few months ago, might be more than a year, really saying that, or explaining that there's three components that contributes to addiction, and that is the bio-psychosocial model. Genes that contributes to addiction, our inability to deal with emotions, or mental illnesses, or a lack of emotional skills, such as being assertive, setting boundaries, and then lastly our environment, which is it can be people, it can be circumstances, that shapes us and that would possibly encourage addiction. So that is important to understand, that let's bust this myth of addictive personality. And research also says that, there's no such thing as addictive personality. So I hope that this video sheds some light on what cross addiction is and what the possible warning signs are to look out for. I really hope that this video helped you if you are in your recovery journey, if you have a loved one who's in recovery, or even if you are a fellow colleague, working with patients and doing aftercare in their recovery process. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to like this video, click on our subscribe button, and please, if you want to weigh in on the conversation about cross addiction, you're more than willing to comment in the comment section. Have a lovely day.